Would you drink it?
Oh,
now,
God.
This goes back to, I think everyone's college days.
Okay.
What was the cheapest thing you could buy to mix with vodka?
Boone's Farm?
Like the thing
the
you would
mixer.
mix with the liquor.
Kool-Aid?
It was Sunny Delight for us.
Ding, 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 ding. Sunny Delight is now coming out with alcohol already in it.
Absolutely, I would buy this.
This is the Woody and Jim Show podcast. Over 1,000 episodes strong. A daily recap of everything you missed.
There's a new, pretty dramatic medical procedure that is becoming popular that men are doing, and they describe it so that it can be more alpha and more Chad-like, which I
So
think
they could be the manliest man in the room.
Yeah.
Okay.
They don't realize that Chad's not a... We
not
don't
a
like
good
Chads.
thing.
Yeah.
It's like the male Karen.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to be a
No
Chad.
offense if your name is Chad, but I've never met a Chad I liked.
But they're doing it to try to look better, and they think this is it, and it's pretty dramatic.
All right. We have Heather in Nashville. Hey, Heather.
Hi there.
Okay, you want to take a guess what the procedure is that guys are having done?
Are they getting muscles tattooed on?
Muscles tattooed?
I have actually seen a story recently where a guy got abs tattooed on in like an 18-hour tattoo session. It was insane.
Oh my gosh.
So he looked really good from a distance. Until
Yeah.
you got up close and you realize it's just tattooed flab.
So, I mean, Heather, that is a real thing.
Yeah.
But that's not the one we're talking about.
Wow.
Oh.
I think, as painful as that sounds, you'd rather have your abs tattooed than what I will reveal.
Oh, okay. All right. So it's much more painful.
If
what's
somebody
coming
doesn't
up.
guess
All
it.
right.
Thank you, though,
All
for
right.
calling.
Kristen is in Murfreesboro. Hey, Kristen.
Hi.
What do you
Hi.
think the procedure is that guys are having done to be more alpha?
I would say either shoulder implants or broadening the shoulders.
They can do that?
Oh, I could see that, like shoulder implants.
So you look like you have shoulder pads like a football player all the time?
Yeah, so you look more like buff and statuesque.
Right? If there's guys getting their legs lengthened to be taller,
Yeah.
that could be a thing.
Huh.
It's not the thing we're talking about here, but it was a great guess.
Of course, in suits and sport jackets, they have padded shoulders to make you look more broad and manly.
Yeah.
Right? Kristen, is
That's not
is a guy better looking if he has broad shoulders, you think?
I mean, it's nice, but it doesn't, either
not-
way.
It's
Not a
not a deal
requirement.
breaker one way or the other, yeah. April is in Hendersonville. What do you think?
I think it's something related to breast, like maybe a breast lift or an implant or something along those lines.
Oh, okay. Like maybe instead of like a breast implant, but like a pecs thing, so they have
Yes.
a ripped chest.
Wow. Yeah. Of
I
course,
think-
most guys, once they reach their 40s, grow breasts anyway.
True story.
If they just sit and play video games all
Not
day.
not untrue for some, Woody. But you know what? That's not right, April. But I love what you were thinking though, because I can see that being a thing.
Yeah.
That's
Aw, dang.
good guess.
You have a great day. We appreciate it. Abby is in Franklin. Abby, what do you think the procedure is that men are getting to be more alpha?
I am thinking they are getting calf implants.
Calf implants.
Okay.
So that their calves look manly and rugged.
Exactly.
Mountain climbing legs for men. That's not it.
Wow.
Oh, no.
But I wouldn't. I bet you there are some people doing it.
That makes my
Well, if
calves hurt thinking about it. Like, ow.
Well, if they do the procedure to make them taller, I figured they might want bigger calves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's logical.
Just have an all-over makeover.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks for trying, though, Abby. Call again sometime.
Yeah, if you want to take your guesses and you're listening to the iHeartRadio app, you can hold down that little red microphone button, and it's called the Talkback feature, and it'll come directly to us. We got a guess through there.
Liposuction, and that defines the abs, and or pec abdominal inserts.
Inserts.
Okay. Well, it kind of sounds like she was a professional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She talked the talk.
Those are not correct.
Oh.
Lipo's been around for a while.
Yeah.
But this is a relatively new thing. Let's see what else we got here.
We got Carrie in Bowling Green. What do you think?
I don't really know how they would do it, but something with the facial, like their jawline or something. That's kind of the vibe I would get.
Oh, it's like a jawline reconstruction?
Carrie, you are right. You are the winner of a Dunkin' gift card. We're going to buy you some coffee, and maybe you can share some with the guys who are having this procedure done. Maybe they get a cold brew with drink through a straw, because that's all they're going to be able to do for a long time.
Oh, my God. That would be so painful.
How do they do this?
Carrie, you hang on. I will describe this procedure
Oh,
and how
wonderful.
much it costs. It's kind of unbelievable. Okay. You guys ready for this?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Jawline reconstruction.
The medical term, because we have so many people in the medical community that listen to the show, I want to get this right. It is called bilateral sagittal split osteotomy. Okay?
I don't want anything done to me that includes the word split.
And genioplasty.
Okay.
Okay, here's the procedure in the simplest ways that I understand, which is like a third grader. The man's jaw, to make him look more alpha, they split, and by split I mean break, his lower jaw.
No.
Then they break his upper jaw, and then they break his chin. And then surgeons bolt pieces of bone back together, restructuring and giving him a stronger jawline as a result.
I just got like clammy. That sounds so awful.
That sounds so painful. And
It
I would
does.
imagine the recovery time is forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was reading this, and I'm not sure if it was like Vanity Fair or somewhere, but they were interviewing a guy that was having it done.
And he said, it's really great. I can't wait to do this
And it was
again.
before he was having it done, so yeah, they could have a conversation.
Yeah.
But he was like nervous. And it's in Europe. It's a lot. 'Cause I don't think they're doing this a lot yet, probably in the United States. But he paid over $20,000 US to have this done,
Good God.
and he was pacing like a madman because it was the next morning. So he was scared to have it done. And he was just like I want to get this over with, but I really want it done.
I would love to see the before and after pictures.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, apparently it works. I mean, like, it does change the shape of your jawline, but he said he was just like sick of being passed over for more rugged-looking guys by women. So he felt this is what he wanted to do to get, I guess, some matches occasionally on an app.
Wow.
There are easier ways to do that. Like jawline filler. I know a bunch of like injection places here in Nashville are doing like jawline filler
Yeah. So
to give you the look without having to go through all of the
We
surgery.
actually have to break bones. And all
Yeah.
that. Wow. That's insane. How vain do you have to be to do that?
That sounds just so
That's
it's
painful.
just so desperate.
Wow.
Oh, my God. So
By that theory, it's like Jay Leno is the most popular man on the planet.
Yeah.
He has a chin he could cut cheese with.
Well, I don't think it's to make the chin bigger.
Yeah.
It's really more towards the back of your jawline.
Like a chiseled jawline.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you look a little bit more like Buzz Lightyear. Not the chin part, but like the back of your jaw.
I
Wow.
feel sweaty now.
That's horrifying.
Oh, man.
That's nightmare fuel right
Yeah,
there.
sure.
Trending. Here's what's trending this morning with Woody and Jim on 107.5 The River.
Brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. 54% of all of us are at least slightly afraid of clowns. Science has figured it out. Why we're scared of clowns, or at least
Why?
don't like them. They're hidden emotional signals. The makeup makes it hard to understand what their plan is.
Oh, yeah. It's like somebody with a mask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their behavior is unpredictable. They don't look quite human, and negative portrayals in the media.
Yeah, although I
mean,
think negative portrayals in the media come from the
people
things you just described before
Being afraid
that.
of clowns, yeah.
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 They just capitalized on it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Zach.
So there are two different brands of eye drops that are recalling their eye drops because it could cause blindness from being contaminated by bacteria.
Wow.
So there's this one company called Pharmedica USA that's recalling 2 lots of its. This is the name of the eye drop. It's the Purely Soothing Eye Drops. They're saying that they were not properly sterilized. So they could be contaminated with bacteria that could cause serious infection and even blindness.
Wow.
There's another company called Apotex Core that this includes their prescription eye drops used to treat glaucoma. And so they're saying that the lids have been cracking, and so they could be infested with foreign substances because the lids had been cracking.
Especially like if you keep it in your pocket or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So we have all of the lot numbers and the different names for the eye drops. So if you want to make sure that you are not one of those people with contaminated eye drops, go to our website. It's 1075theriver.com.
That's scary.
Jim?
There's a one-night show you may be interested in. It just got announced. It's with Maren Morris, Haley Williams, Yola, Hosier, and a ton of other artists. It's called Love Rising. It's going to happen at Bridgestone Arena on March 20th. It's a one-night show benefiting LGBTQ organizations in Tennessee after the recent laws that were just passed that many in the community feel, have made them targeted and criminalized.
I'm so excited for this show.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah. I mean, like the list of performers. It's March 20th. It's huge. If you want tickets to this show, they are going on sale at 10 a.m. at bridgestonearena.com.
Okay.
I will be in the queue.
No kidding.
I want to say happy International Women's Day to my big sister, Michelle. She has literally been the best big sister, protector, listener, friend my whole life, and I'm lucky that I've always had her to depend on. She's overcome health issues and death and loss and divorce, and she keeps getting back up and fighting every day. I love you, sis.
That's awesome.
We love you, sis.
Yeah.
Being a strong woman out here.
Yep. If you are listening on the iHeartRadio app, just hit the little talkback button. It looks like a little microphone. You record a message and send a shout out to somebody special on International Women's Day. That's
we are celebrating all the special women in your life today for International Women's Day. So let us know.
Pretty cool. We got some Macklemore tickets. You want those? 615-737-9107. Call and win them right now. Yesterday, Nick Cannon, the father of our country, was hinting about another baby on the way.
Yeah, he posted on Instagram and said, big announcement tomorrow with the side-eye emoji and a little baby bottle. So we were all like, oh, another baby.
Here comes baby 13.
His announcement was that he's launching a game show to find his next baby mama. It's called Who's Having My Baby?
Right. But it's like The Bachelor, but instead of
a rose, you accept something else.
Apparently, Nick Cannon will be the Bachelor on it, and he's going to be selecting a bunch of different single women eager to give him a child.
Now, is it Nick Cannon that he wants to have the baby, or is it a contestant and he's just a host?
It seems as though Nick Cannon is the one selecting the women.
I can see that going really badly.
Oh, that is so weird.
Entertainment-wise and also legally.
Yeah, I mean, yes, we figured out yesterday he has the money. He can support 13 children. He's got a lot of money. But, how do you emotionally support? How do you... I mean, you've got to be at a kid's birthday party every 6 days.
I also wonder what type of contract that they would have to be on this show, because the women that he's had children with in the past, clearly they're getting a bigger payout than they would if you're on this show, because it's going to be on E! Entertainment.
Okay.
So I'm what kind of legal contract would you have to sign to go into this?
I'm uncomfortable with the whole thing. It makes it sound like they're kind of belittling having a child.
Don't bring kids into it.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
No.
Yeah.
Consenting adults, yes. This kid cannot consent. This kid cannot control anything involved, and you're going to make them.
I know. Years from now, the child will say, Mommy, tell me about how I was born.
Well, sweetie,
I was on this game show for 8 weeks.
Right.
And I was the last one standing.
and will they, since it involves pregnancy, will they take away the booze that they usually put on all these reality shows?
Oh, true.
Because, if a lady might be expecting, that's one of the things that women look for. Oh, is she drinking a soda instead of wine?
Who's Having My Baby is coming this spring. I'll be the first one to watch it.
Please, watch it for us.
I love trash TV.
I will not.
I will watch it the first episode, like you stare and you turn your head around to look at a car wreck.
Yeah.
Train derailment.
Yeah. Zach, what you got?
So Creed 3, one of the biggest movies of the year so far, starring Michael B. Jordan and Tessa Thompson. Apparently, they decided that they went to couples therapy.
Because they play a married couple in the movie.
Yeah, Adonis and Bianca, they're married in the movie, so they went to couples therapy to get ready for the movie, and she did an interview about it, and Tessa said, the line sometimes between character and us got blurred because we would bring so much of what we're exploring personally to the characters in general. So funnily, it was the first time, I'm probably saying too much, I'll say it was an early experience in couples therapy for both of us, but it was just really weird.
They really committed to the roles.
Totally.
Yeah.
They did.
I mean, if you saw the movie, I mean, they're great. And Jonathan Majors, who's not part of this story, the three of them, three actors at the top of their game. Wow. And they kind of like got lost in it.
Yeah, she said since we've been making these movies for 8 or 9 years, we've seen each other through various stages in our own romantic things. So we know so much stuff about each other's lives that we shared and we talked about it. And it honestly just helped sharpen communication and figure out how someone works.
Oh, yeah. When they do a new movie, it must be like a family reunion. They all get back together again.
Yeah.
Wow.
Exactly.
And I was like, that's actually really brilliant if you're playing a married couple to go to couples therapy to like really dedicate yourself to the role.
Right.
Helps you understand the other person and the role that they're playing.
Right.
Exactly. Wow. And in this movie, they have to overcome some things as a couple.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, brilliant. Michael B. Jordan, he directed the movie. I mean, like, I think he's got a really great career beyond just acting.
Agreed.
Yeah. So,
I mean, have you seen him lately? My God.
And he's adorable.
Yeah, but if you want to read the entire interview, it's really fascinating. It's up on our website at 1075theriver.com.
So totally want to shout out to my best friend since kindergarten. We're both over 30, and no matter what point of life we're in, we always reach out for each other for help, and it's just so comforting knowing that you've known someone since you were in kindergarten. It's just the best. Shout out to the bestie.
That's awesome.
Go on the iHeartRadio app. If you're listening to us on the app, there's a little microphone button. You can record a talkback just like that and tell us about a woman that inspires you for International Women's Day.
Yeah, it could be your mom, sister, a coworker, anybody that inspires you or that you're thankful for. Let us know, and we'll shout them out right here on the radio.
Yeah, it's not too late to do it, so we'll be doing it the rest of the day.
You can hear it on the radio.
Yeah.
Jim, how did you time travel?
I did time travel. Yesterday's show, we were playing back. Steven Spielberg did an interview. He did E.T. and all that.
Yeah.
And so I was like, we talked about E.T. and Close Encounters of the Third Kind, where you meet aliens. And I was like, I love that movie. I think I have the DVD. So my son Owen was over, and he said, we'll watch it. And so we put it in, and we're like, this is cool. And then this DVD is really old. Like it's been in a box for like 20 years.
It's been dusted off on somebody's pants.
Yeah,
over and over.
well, hold up, because it
okay,
because it kind of got to that. So like in a way, we're time traveling back to an old movie, right?
That came out in the
and then it
early
starts,
80s. Yeah,
starts like kind of skipping and jittering and going like, yeah. And so we pull the DVD out, and it had like all kinds of gunk on it. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, probably the last person to touch this was one of my kids when they were probably little.
Yeah.
And their hands were covered with like maple syrup or something.
Their
right?
little grimy fingers.
Right? So then my son says, I have the solution. And he goes, okay, don't tell mom, because like my son likes to keep things in the house and my wife likes to throw them away.
Okay.
He goes, when we used to go to Blockbuster when we were really little.
Remember Blockbuster?
Remember Blockbuster Video? He said, one time when we were there, and they had a thing where you could buy this spray that cleaned DVDs. And he said, when that store closed, I hid away that bottle of stuff that cleaned DVDs, and I've been keeping it. So this thing is over 20 years old, right?
He kept this stuff that long?
Yes.
When he was like a 6-year-old, kleptomaniac?
Exactly. No, like I bought it, but then he saved it from being thrown away, and he's had it in a hidden spot in our house for that long.
Wow.
And I go, well, go get it. And he sprayed it on the DVD, and then we rubbed it on our pants.
Yes.
And then it worked perfectly.
Makeshift cloth to clean it on.
I'm most impressed that the chemicals in that bottle still like worked for the DVD.
I know. I have a picture of it. It is so like almost late 90s. It's called Clear Coat, Kote.
Oh.
You know, disc restorer, and it was like right by the checkout at Blockbuster.
At Blockbuster,
Video.
where you could buy boxes of movie candy or giant dill pickles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite.
So I was like, oh my God, this is just nothing but time travel. So I have a picture of this bottle, and he goes, I'm only using this under the condition that you don't tell Mom that I have it hidden somewhere in the house because she's going to throw it away.
She's going to go find it.
Well, I hope she's not listening right now.
Well, yeah. I said, well, don't tell me where it is. And it'll stay hidden.
Yeah.
So he went back and hid it again. So if anybody's got an old DVD that needs to be cleaned,
Jim's got you.
Come to my house and let's do some time traveling.
Jim will charge you $5 a squirt.
Worth it.
I want to point out 2 inspirational women in my life. Those are my daughters, Allison and Kimmy. They both are hardworking. They are ambitious. They are overcomers. They have the biggest hearts. They'll do anything for anybody. And I'm so proud to say I'm their mom. And there's nothing in this world I wouldn't do for them. I love you, girls.
Why does that make me want to cry?
Oh, because it's beautiful. That's a talk back. We do these shout outs today for International Women's Day. If you want to tell us about somebody in your life that has inspired you or inspires you every single day.
Right.
If you're listening on the iHeartRadio app, just right next to the play button is a little microphone where you can leave us a message and we can get it on the air so that you can salute somebody for International Women's Day.
Yeah, we're doing that all day long.
Could be your daughter, could be a boss, could be a friend.
Yeah.
Yep.
Remember when the lottery was $2 billion?
Yeah.
That was huge. We have news of the first purchase from the $2 billion winner.
Because one person won.
His name is Edwin. He won the $2 billion, and he took the one-time payout of $997.6 million.
Wow.
Okay. So the government took like half of it.
Basically.
Yeah. I guess he'll be all right, though.
The first purchase that he made was this enormous mansion in the hills of Los Angeles, California. It's 13,000 square feet, and when you see this house, it looks like something that you would see on like Big Little Lies or Selling Sunset.
Okay.
Right. Or if you saw Creed 3 over the weekend, that's like the house Creed owns on the side of the hill overlooking.
Yeah. It's got like an
everything.
infinity pool that overlooks all of the hills in California, like a full outdoor kitchen, a gym, a wine cellar, movie theater, a sauna, like everything that you could ever imagine. It's got 2 garages that can hold up to 7 cars.
Wow.
Like, what would you do with all of that space?
Fill it up.
I guess so.
He's got
With
the money
cars.
to do it.
So how much is the house worth?
He bought it for $25.5 million.
Wow. So that would get you a small apartment in downtown Nashville.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much. But this house is ridiculous.
Wow.
Like, I'm so jealous. I want to go to a party there.
We should, we'll post in the next couple of minutes in the Woody and Jim Show Instagram story some shots of this house.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice.
Your jaw is going to drop when you see what this house looks like.
I gotta tell you,
We need to become Edwin's best friend somehow.
Yes.
right?
I'm going to write him a letter.
Yeah.
Dear Edwin.
I'm sure he's not hearing from anybody.
Right.
He'd probably love to have a letter.
I can buy us
from
matching
strangers in
Speedos.
Tennessee.
I want to be your best friend.
Hey, what are you doing this weekend, Edwin?
His neighbors are Jimmy Kimmel and Ariana Grande now, so.
Okay.
Okay. So he's living in the right circles.
He's among the elite.
15 minutes away from Macklemore tickets. Now it's Gender Wars.
It's time for men and women to answer questions for Gender Wars.
All right, ready to play our game for the ladies in the audience. We have Bailey in Mount Pleasant. Hello, Bailey.
Hey.
Hey!
And for the guys, we have George in Murfreesboro. Let's get right to our Get Acquainted question.
All right, let's start with Bailey. Name the app that probably gets most of your time in a given week.
I would go with Facebook.
It seems to be popular.
That seems to be the
week.
one people are talking
it's
about
been
all
a big
day.
one.
Yeah.
What about you, George? The app that gets most of your time in a given week?
Google Maps.
Oh, do you do a lot of driving?
Or you're just lost all the time?
Okay.
All of the above.
I like to do sightseeing from my own recliner.
Exactly.
Okay, remember, each of you have a screw you can use if you get in trouble. Let the questions begin.
All right, Bailey, multiple choice. You're in Canada watching the Grey Cup. Are you watching sailing, football, or soccer?
Sailing.
No. It's football. That's their version of the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
We learned something.
Didn't get a right answer there, but we all learned.
All right, George. Is sports agent Rich Paul engaged to Adele, Shakira, or Lady Gaga?
What's the person's name?
Rich Paul.
The first one.
Adele.
Okay.
That's correct.
He sure is.
All right.
1-0, George.
Okay. Get back with this one, Bailey. NBA legend Shaquille O'Neal does TV commercials for what pizza place?
Papa John's.
Papa John's!
Yeah.
Got it.
Good job.
All right, it's all tied up. Back to George.
George, is it Toblerone?
Toblerone, yeah.
Toblerone is a brand of what?
Candy.
Yeah.
Yeah, chocolate.
It's chocolate.
Good job.
Delicious.
That was vague.
It's a 2-1 lead for George. So, Bailey, you got to get this one. We have faith.
All right. Bailey, what... Pardon me. Allergies. What 3 activities make up an Ironman triathlon?
Swimming, running, and biking.
Yes! That's right. Good job.
Nice. You tied it up. It's 2-2. George, either you win it with the right answer here, or we go to overtime.
George, what is the name of Gigi Hadid's sister?
Screw.
Okay. This will decide it one way or the other.
Bailey, do you know what is the name of Gigi Hadid's sister?
No, I don't.
It's Bella Hadid.
Bella is Bella.
And George.
George, you are the winner. Congratulations.
I would like to take a second to recognize myself today because nobody else really knows what's going on. I've just kind of kept it, kind of quiet. But I have decided to take the leap of faith and leave a very abusive, toxic marriage with 4 children. So I need all the prayers I can get, but I'm honestly really proud of myself for finally.
Wow.
Bravo, sister. I know how hard that is. So, especially with children involved.
No kidding.
Yeah, that is that takes some strength and leaps of faith, and you've got our prayers, and man, good for you.
We're with you, sister.
Yeah. International Women's Day. If you'd like to leave us a talk back on the iHeartRadio app, you can do that.
Hi, this is Michael. I was wanting to give my wife of 9 years today a big love you and happy anniversary, and I hope your day was wonderful.
Hi, this is Brooklyn, and I'd like to shout out my mom for National Women's Day, and I love her with all my heart, so I love you, Mom.
Very cool. Yeah. Ricky is celebrating International Women's Day by not coming to work.
Honestly, I respect it.
I think it's a master move. I mean, like she said, by the way, I've got the day off on, Wednesday. And I said, isn't that International Women's Day? She goes, yep. I go, okay. So you're taking the day off for International Women's Day? She said, yep.
She's getting a pedicure and a massage today.
I was like,
treating herself for International Women's Day.
Treat yourself.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate way to celebrate.
Yeah.
So got to respect it.
Yeah.
Trending. Here's what's trending this morning with Woody and Jim on 107.5 The River.
Brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. Some NFL rumors. Of course, Aaron Rodgers, longtime quarterback of the Green Bay Packers, is talking about leaving and going somewhere else. He's trying to make his decision. Rumor is he'll probably go to the New York Jets.
Okay.
That's what they're saying. Another interesting rumor is that people are saying that Tom Brady is going to unretire again and play for the Dolphins.
Did you see his response on Twitter?
Yeah, he denies it. It's kind of cute what he says. He says he's already thrown cold water on the whole rumor, saying, anyone who thinks I have time to come back to the NFL again has never adopted a 2-month-old kitten for their daughter.
Fair enough.
I don't know how that goes together.
I don't know. Still possible.
Yeah. Oh, Zach.
So 2 of the 4 Americans kidnapped in Mexico were found dead and 2 were found alive yesterday, according to U.S. and Mexican officials. 2 of them that survived, I guess the guy, he was shot twice in one leg and once in the other. And the girl, she was found completely uninjured. But they were found in like a shack, like a wooden house in Mexico. And they have been like transferred to various places over the days in order to like create confusion and avoid rescue efforts. But thankfully, the 2 were found. Unfortunately, the other 2 did pass away.
Right. Sad.
Somebody has been arrested in connection to the incident, but they haven't like said who it is yet.
Yeah, they're saying there was a mistaken identity, and also they drove right through a big cartel feud, I guess.
Yeah.
Which is awful.
Just unfortunate. Just awful.
It's really scary. Jim?
This is so strange. A group of 28 girls were rushed to the hospital after playing with a Ouija board at their school. This is at a school in Colombia. Okay, and they were hospitalized with signs of fainting, anxiety, and other symptoms. Now, they did caution the first 2 girls that were sent to the hospital had underlying medical conditions, but the rest of them had like either fainted or severe anxiety. The school followed them to the hospital. They are waiting to release information about the other kids, but they were playing with a Ouija board in class, which I guess is a kind of a cultural phenomenon right now in that country, because one of the people the news interviewed says, I work here in a hospital, and every day I see 3 or 4 children arrive after fainting playing with these things.
That's so scary.
I know.
And we've all seen enough movies to know don't mess with Ouija boards.
Yeah.
And why are they letting them do it at school?
At school, yeah.
I don't know. It's very strange.
Maybe they had a sub that day. Just said, just do something.
Yeah. Mrs. So-and-so said we can do this whenever.
That's right. She lets us all the time.
Yeah.
The River.
Jimmy got a story making us happy. It's amazing.
Imagine you're 15 years old and you're so good at something that a major league sports team wants to sign you. That's 15-year-old midfielder Chloe Ricketts. She is a soccer player, and she has signed with the Washington Spirit, the women's professional soccer
15?
team.
And she's 15.
At 15 years old. A 3-year deal with a 4th-year option. And
her contract shall only be 19 when it's over.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
It's kind of amazing. And, first of all, like, kudos to her and her achievements. And if everybody says, like, my first thought was, like, wow, that's so young. Like, you would have to move. And there's a bunch of league rules that apparently says, like, she has to be living with one of her parents.
Okay.
The whole time, to make sure that, she's having a proper life of a 15-year-old while she's doing this stuff. And they also have a thing where, like, they can, say no to any trade. So it's not like she signed and all of a sudden they say,
they ship her off somewhere else.
Yeah, we changed our mind. You're going to go live in, Des Moines, Iowa, or, San Francisco or whatever. They have some, like, peace of mind knowing they're going to stay where they are. So
she's got an amazing future out of her.
Yes. International Women's Day. We salute you, Chloe Ricketts.
Yay.
Great job. Amazing achievement to be a pro at 15.
Yeah. It's really amazing.
Thanks for listening to and recommending the Woody and Jim Show podcast. Listen to Woody and Jim in real time every weekday morning on 107.5 The River, Nashville, or live on the iHeartRadio app.